What up, YouTube? I had some crazy stuff happen the other day. It was Sunday, and it was a good day. I had made my quota, and I had done it a couple hours early. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take one more order and I'm gonna go home. Call it a day. It's been a good day. About 5 minutes later, I get an order for Round Table, and it was like $18 for 5 miles. And I'm like, you know what? Let's take it. 3 miles, $3 to the mile. That ain't bad at all. So yeah, we'll do that. So I accepted it, went and picked it up, and then confirmed pickup. Got in the car, and I realized it was out in the country, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So I took it out there. And the house was all by itself. He didn't have any neighbors, like for miles, no neighbors, which is kind of rare out here in California. But there was no sidewalk to the front door that goes out to the front road, frontage road right there. The sidewalk connected to the driveway on the side. So I pulled up in the driveway, and I get out of my car. And the guy had like 5 pizzas and 2 orders of buffalo wings. And I get out of the car with 2 big bags, pizza bags, and I'm walking up the driveway, getting ready to hang right there on the sidewalk. And the garage door was open, and out come the owner walking around the side, and I seen him, and I didn't want to startle him, so I from a few feet away, I said, "Hey man, I got some pizzas for you," and I held up the pizza bags, and the guy goes, "Oh fuck, oh shit," and literally pulls a fucking gun on me and cocks it and points it at me while I'm holding up 2 pizza bags. And I'm like, "Hey man, I'm just delivering you some pizza. I ain't trying to do anything crazy, you know." And the guy was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, you scared the living shit out of me. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pull a gun on you." And he had cocked it and everything, and it wasn't a revolver 6-shooter. It was like a Glock style, and I just laughed. I said, "No worries, man." Because he had said that he had seen some homeless people walking up and down the street, and he obviously has no neighbors nowhere around him. So seeing somebody walking around by his house is kind of suspicious and all. So I kind of seen where that was coming from, but in the same sense, it was kind of freaky having a gun pulled on me. I've never had a gun pulled on me doing DoorDash. I've had people freak out thinking that I was like casing their house, or I was walking up towards their garage to steal something or anything like that. But And those were all mistakes too. Every single one of those apologized and was like, "Hey man, I didn't know you were my DoorDash driver. I'm sorry." No problem, because stuff like that happens. But to have a gun pulled on you is something completely different. And he cocked it and pointed it at me, which means all he needed to do was just basically pull the trigger and shoot the guy holding up 2 pizza bags like this. But I asked him, I said, "So you want me to give you the pizzas, or you want me to leave them at the front door?" And he's like, "I'll leave them at the front door." So I went and left them at the front door, took a picture of it, completed the order, turned around, and I was walking out towards my car in the driveway. And he came walking out, and he's like, and he apologized again. He was like, "Hey man, I'm so sorry. You really did just scare the living shit out of me. I wasn't expecting you to be there." And it was just bad timing, because I had literally pulled up as he was walking out of his garage, waiting for the garage door to open. So, yeah, it was the first time I'd ever had anything like that happen to me. And I'm here in Central California, which is kind of rare in itself. Like I said, I've been dashing for like 3 years, and that was the first time I'd ever had anything like that happen to me. But you guys in the other markets or anywhere else have you guys had a gun pulled on you, or have you guys had any shady shit happen trying to drop off someone's food, just, trying to get your job done? And luckily it didn't escalate very much. It died down really quick, because like I said, when I approached them and made myself known that I was there, I was holding up 2 pizza bags, which, he should have seen that right off the get-go and didn't jump to conclusions and cock a gun, but he did. But like I said, on my way out, he apologized the second time, was like, hey man, I'm sorry about that, and he which was funny, because he was a little bit of an older man, and he's like, well, you just scared the living shit out of me. And yeah, I laughed at it, and I told him, no worries, it happens, which is kind of weird, telling somebody, yeah, no worries, it's okay you pulled a gun on me, but hey, it happens, right? So with that being said, that was my last delivery for the night. I ended up going home safe, getting a good night's sleep. Yeah, out here today though, and it's really slow today. Today is Wednesday, and I took about a week off because I had went down. I'd gotten a little bit of a flu, so I went down, and I was gone for about a week or so. And this is my first day back. And every time you take more than a couple days off, it seems like the algorithm kicks you out, and then it takes a couple days of really slow days to get you back into the algorithm to where you're making more money again and getting those orders again. And I kind of had a feeling today was going to be a slow day, but it's lunchtime on Wednesday, and it's about 12 o'clock, and I signed on my Dash at about 11, and my phone hasn't went off once. It hasn't even thrown me a no-tip order yet. It's been dead silent for an hour, which is pretty rare for lunch shift. Even on the slow days, you'll get a couple bad orders at least. So how are your guys' Wednesdays going? You guys doing okay out there? Man, it feels good to be back. It's slow, but man, it's a beautiful day out there. It really is. It's a pretty day. It's sunny. It's nice and cool. Beautiful California day. Loving it. All we need is our phone to start going off so we can start making some money. But until we meet again, friends, peace.